Good day everyone, another day again for another top 10 anime content. In today's video we're counting down the top anime where main character is anti-social but is overpowered. If you are new to this channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button for more anime content. So without further ado, let's get started.
It's fine, my weakness comes and goes.
Goblins are known for their ferocity, cunning, and rapid reproduction, but their reputation as the lowliest of monsters causes their threat to be overlooked. Raiding rural civilizations to kidnap females of other species for breeding, these vile creatures are free to continue their onslaught as adventurers turn a blind eye in favor of more rewarding assignments, with larger bounties. To commemorate her first day as a porcelain-ranked adventurer, the 15-year-old priestess joins a band of young, enthusiastic rookies to investigate a tribe of goblins responsible for the disappearance of several village women. Unprepared and inexperienced, the group soon faces its inevitable demise from an ambush while exploring a cave. With no one else left standing, the terrified priestess accepts her fate until the Goblin Slayer unexpectedly appears to not only rescue her with little effort, but destroy the entire goblin nest. As a holder of the prestigious silver rank, the Goblin Slayer allows her to accompany him as he assists the Adventurers Guild in all goblin-related matters. Together with the priestess, high elf, dwarf, and lizard man, the armored warrior will not rest until every single goblin in the frontier lands has been eradicated for good.
My body aches to be satisfied.
No Game No Life is a surreal comedy that follows Sora and Shiro, shut-in neat siblings and the online gamer duo behind the legendary username Blank. They view the real world as just another lousy game. However, a strange email challenging them to a chess match changes everything. The brother and sister are plunged into an otherworldly realm where they meet Tet, the god of games. The mysterious god welcomes Sora and Shiro to Discord, a world where all forms of conflict, from petty squabbles to the fate of whole countries, are settled not through war, but by way of high-stake games. This system works thanks to a fundamental rule wherein each party must wager something they deem to be of equal value to the other party's wager. In this strange land, where the very idea of humanity is reduced to child's play, the indifferent genius gamer duo of Sora and Shiro have finally found a real reason to keep playing games, to unite the 16 races of Discord, defeat Tet, and become the gods of this new, gaming is everything world. Katsuhira is a quiet and reserved teenage boy whose sense of pain has all but vanished. His friend, Chidori Takashiro, can only faintly remember the days before Katsuhira had undergone this profound change. Now, his muffled and complacent demeanor make Katsuhira a constant target for bullies who exploit him for egregious sums of money. But their fists only just manage to make him blink, as even emotions are far from his grasp. However, one day Katsuhira, Chidori, and 4 other teenagers are abducted and forced to join the Kizuna system as official Kiznavers. Those taking part are connected through pain. If one member is injured, the others will feel an equal amount of agony. These individuals must become the lab rats and scapegoats of an incomplete system designed with world peace in mind. With their fates literally intertwined, the Kiznavers must expose their true selves to each other or risk failing much more than just the Kizuna system. Yuji Kazami is a transfer student who has just been admitted into Mahama Academy. He wants to live an ordinary high school life, but this dream of his may not come true anytime soon, as Mahama Academy is quite the opposite. Consisting of only the principal and 5 other students, all of whom are girls, Yuji becomes acquainted with each of them, discovering more about their personalities as socialization is inevitable. Slowly, he begins to learn about the truth behind a small group of students occupying the academy. They each have their own share of traumatic experiences which are tucked away from the world. Mahama Academy acts as a home for these girls. They are the fruit which fell from their trees and have begun to decay. It is up to Yuji to become the catalyst to save them from themselves. But how can he save another when he cannot even save himself? Due to a mysterious disease, the genius Iria Akagami has been forced by her family to stay in a mansion on the isolated Wet Crow's Feather Island with only a handful of mates. To keep herself entertained, Iria invites a variety of fellow geniuses to stay as guests in her home, including computer savant Tomoku Nagisov and her unnamed assistant, skilled fortune teller Maki Himina, famous artist Kanami Ibuki, academic scholar Akane Sonoyama, and renowned cook Yayoi Sashirono. These visits progress as normal until one of the guests is found gruesomely murdered in the night without a single clue as to the identity of the killer or a possible motive. Tensions rise between those on the island as the killer remains at large, and Tomo's assistant takes it upon himself to uncover the culprit's identity before the murderous events progress any further. Brought up in a conflict-ridden environment, child soldier Jonathan Jonah Marr hates weapons and those who deal them. But when Coco Hekmatyar, an international arms dealer, takes on Jonah as one of her bodyguards, he has little choice but to take up arms. Along with Coco's other bodyguards, composed mostly of former special ops soldiers, Jonah is now tasked with protecting Coco and her overly idealistic goal of world peace from the countless dangers that come from her line of work. Jormungand follows Coco, Jonah, and the rest of crew as they travel the world selling weapons under the international shipping company HCLI. As Coco's work is illegal under international law, she is forced to constantly sidestep both local and international authorities while doing business with armies, private militaries, and militias. With the CIA always hot on her trail and assassins around every corner, Jonah and the crew must guard Coco and her dream of world peace with their lives or die trying. On the surface, Kyoto Ikyusei Senior High School is a utopia. The students enjoy an unparalleled amount of freedom, and it is ranked highly in Japan. However, the reality is less than ideal. 4 classes, A through D, are ranked in order of merit, and only the top classes receive favorable treatment. Kiyotaka Ayana Kauji is a student of Class D, where the school dumps its worst. There he meets the unsociable Suzune Horikita, who believes she was placed in Class D by mistake and desires to climb all the way to Class A, and the seemingly amicable class idol Kikyu Kishida, whose aim is to make as many friends as possible. While class membership is permanent, class rankings are not. Students in lower ranked classes can rise in rankings if they score better than those in the top ones. Additionally, in Class D, there are no bars on what methods can be used to get ahead. In this cutthroat school, can they prevail against the odds and reach the top? To the average person, psychic abilities might seem a blessing. For Kusuo Saiki, however, this couldn't be further from the truth. Gifted with a wide assortment of supernatural abilities ranging from telepathy to X-ray vision, he finds this so-called blessing to be nothing but a curse. As all the inconveniences his powers cause constantly pile up, all Kusuo aims for is an ordinary, hassle-free life, a life where ignorance is bliss. Unfortunately, the life of a psychic is far from quiet. Though Kusuo tries to stay out of the spotlight by keeping his powers a secret from his classmates, he ends up inadvertently attracting the attention of many odd characters, such as the empty-headed Riki Nendu and the delusional Shun Kaido. Forced to deal with the craziness of the people around him, Kusuo comes to learn that the ordinary life he has been striving for is a lot more difficult to achieve than expected.
Time moves fast and I won't know.
Koguru Akechi is the founder of a private investigation firm known as the Boy Detectives Club. Together, this group takes on cases both great and small. One of their junior members, Kensuke Hanasaki, is out solving a case one day when he happens upon Yoshio Kobayashi, a mysterious amnesiac boy with an inability to die. After seeing his abilities in action, Kensuke offers Yoshio a deal: join the Boy Detectives Club and help them solve cases, and in exchange he will find a way to help Yoshio die. The apathetic Yoshio accepts this deal begrudgingly, unaware of how different his life will become. Although he does not have much use for people, he gradually begins to acknowledge the group as he spends more time with them while solving cases. Trickster, Edogawa Rampo Shounen Tantadan Yori follows Akechi and the rest of the Boy Detectives Club as they solve the various cases they are given, all while combating a hidden threat from the shadows, the Fiend with 20 faces. In the distant future, a majority of humans have left the Earth, and the Galactic Alliance of Humanity is founded to guide exploration and ensure the prosperity of mankind. However, a significant threat arises in the form of strange creatures called Hiddos, resulting in an interstellar war to prevent humanity's extinction. Armed with Chamber, an autonomous robot, 16-year-old Lieutenant Leto of the Galactic Alliance joins the battle against the monsters. In an unfortunate turn of events, Leto loses control during the battle and is cast out to the far reaches of space, crash landing on a waterlogged Earth. On the blue planet, Gargantua, a large fleet of scavenger ships, comes across Chamber and retrieves it from the ocean, thinking they have salvaged something of value. Mistaking their actions for hostility, Leto sneaks aboard and takes a young messenger girl named Amy hostage, only to realize that the residents of Gargantua are not as dangerous as he had believed. Faced with uncertainty and unable to communicate with his comrades in space, Leto attempts to get his bearings and acclimate to a new lifestyle. But his peaceful days are about to be short-lived, as there is more to this ocean-covered planet than meets the eye.